Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Amplify, where we like to highlight, spotlight movers and shakers and women that are fancy, like my girl Suha.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Dalila. So great to be back on Amplify. I really love being here.
Yes, absolutely. We got to spend a little time at MBA. You
We did.
knocked it out the ballpark, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful moment, and I was there to capture it. I'm very proud of you, girl.
Thank
Yes.
you so much. It meant so much to me personally to
Yeah.
have you there. That our session was standing room only, and I think it was a
Yes.
really relevant session because we were talking about something very, very important to our industry in
Yes.
general, how you bring the humanity and the artificial intelligence together.
It was a really powerful session. I did get some good, not only content and pictures, but some info. So before we dive into this episode, first of all, that was the first time it was an all woman panel talking
It
about
was.
AI. But your company, tell us a little bit about your company and the services that you provide that got you on that MBA stage, girl.
Oh, so I started Z Technology about, gosh, back in 2014, believe it or not. So it's been over 10 years, but I really went in, as I've said before, I went all in 2020, right after COVID when we moved to Florida. And, I started the company because I wanted to help the mortgage industry navigate the the technology space and how it can leverage technology
Yeah.
to grow and be better. And so I come from a CIO, CTO background. Obviously, I'm a data nerd as well. So I've been a chief analytics officer.
Yeah.
And so bringing those three kind of perspectives into the mortgage industry to help lenders and to help partners as well figure out what do we need to do to keep moving the industry forward, to make it better for our customers, internal and external. And so the company really provides kind of like consulting services. I engage with my client. I come in and I do a discovery and figure out where they have gaps. We do, a really in-depth discovery on whatever subject area that they're looking at, whether it's improving efficiencies,
Mhm.
looking at where they have, roadblocks or bottlenecks in their workflows. If they need to actually just review their tech stack and realize, are they using everything we need to be using? And obviously with the introduction of artificial intelligence in the last couple of years, that's really elevated what these companies are looking to do. Obviously, their current tech stack may not be AI ready. So looking at how do I elevate my current tech stack? How do I make it AI ready? What do I need to do so that I can begin to leverage the opportunity that artificial intelligence is going to bring to me? That's kind of in a nutshell what I do with my clients. Um, Obviously, I'm a solopreneur,
Yes.
and I pride myself on the fact that not only do I come in and give you a report and then I leave you, I actually work with you to implement and execute.
Yeah.
So I help you with the strategic planning part, and then I help you execute so that you are successful and you can see the ROI of the things that you are doing.
You're there from start to finish, from discovery
Absolutely.
to implementation to
And past implementation.
yes. And
Yeah.
that's so needed because, again, like we mentioned before we started recording, we don't have the years behind it. We don't know. This is still like trial and error, and you're there to hold.
Experimentation and figuring it all out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think, one of the things that, I hate to kind of like a humble brag, but so one of the things that really makes me stand apart is because I come from a technology background, but I have the business acumen
Mhm.
as well
Yes.
from the entire mortgage process because I sat down side by side with all of the different areas. I worked for a very small startup lender initially. And so as a technology person, I had to work with the processors, with the underwriters, with the closers, a little bit with the sales team to help develop the technology that they needed
Yeah.
and help them grow from, six figure to 7 and 8 figure right now.
Yeah.
And so being in the front line, sitting with them, being able to translate between the business need and the technology, talking to the software engineers and the developers and all that, that's not a skill that a lot of people have
No,
in our industry.
no, they don't. And that is one of the things that you and I, before we start recording, we'll always talk about things. And one of the things that we connect really well is first of all, we worked for a company together. So we've actually worked together at a
Yeah.
company, you guys, if you didn't know that. But Suha is mortgage too. Like when I go in and I pitch or promote or whatever I do, one of the things that I make sure I let people know is I have a 24-year mortgage background. I was an LO. I was an AE. I own multiple properties. So I speak mortgage. Suha speaks mortgage. And that, to me, is priceless. Because can you imagine bringing someone in, whether it be to your marketing or your technology department, and they have no idea what an FHA loan is?
What an IRLA is. I mean, forget FHA loan. Talk about the IRLA, the 1003, the different terminology that we have. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, one of the things that I also feel makes me understand this industry a little bit better is when I came into it, like many, I fell in. And I actually started doing data entry. So I actually, when I first started, even I was a senior leader in my past life, I started doing data entry at a mortgage company.
Look at that.
And that gave me insight into the data that they collect, what type of things are missing. It gave me an understanding of the challenges that the entire process has. And going from data entry to building reports, to becoming the CIO, working with the different departments, that gave me a perspective that
Yeah.
not many people have, honestly.
I completely 100% get it. I understand. And again, it's priceless. People like us are priceless. And then let's just, of course, include the blessing that we're women, right? I absolutely love that about us. But it's true. Like if you can have someone like a Suha align with you and your company that speaks mortgage, that has been there with data entry and then has worked her way up, and of course has sat with underwriters and processors and some of the sales team, we know, like, we get it, we really do. And I mean, as women, right, as women in our industry, because this is something, again, we always chat about, it's not easy. It's not easy for us at times.
It is not. And I think, what we were talking about before we started recording, women have patience and we have resilience and we have the ability to focus that gives us an edge to be successful.
Yes.
I know so many, I mean, and again, it's different styles, different ways of managing, different ways of leading. But I know we typically sit back, we listen. We're much better listeners, I think. I think we're much better at executing. We are much better at seeing the bigger picture. Again, I may be generalizing and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, but
Yeah.
that's my impression. That's my perspective, is that women bring so much to the table. I mean, there's statistics that say how successful organizations are when they have women in the leadership, in the C-suite, in the senior leadership. There's specific statistics and metrics that demonstrate that because of all the things that women bring in. We multitask in a way that unfortunately men cannot multitask. We raise kids, we are taking care of our parents, we are doing the work, there's so much that we have to be able to multitask on. And we bring that to the table. We bring that to work. We bring that as professionals. And I think that's what sets us apart. That's our edge. I mean, I don't want to call it a superpower, but that's our edge. That's
Yeah.
what makes us successful.
Listen, I agree 100%, especially we do raise kids, we do take care of parents in our household and our spouses. Sometimes, in my you know,
Mine too.
I get it. but we bring that to with to our companies, with our clients, and also I will add the creativeness. There
Mhm.
is data, right, that shows
Yeah.
that women, we just tap into this creativeness about us, and we're able to bring that to the
Mhm.
forefront with to our companies, to our clients. And sometimes that perspective is so needed so that what you're trying to create, what you're trying to promote can really resonate to your target audience, right? And
Absolutely.
I know exactly, because I know my style, whether it be video, podcasting, or marketing, it really is different than I see out there. So,
No, absolutely. And I think what, when you talk about creativity, and there's different kinds of creativity. I'm not creative as in I can sing. I'm not creative as in I can paint. I'm not creative as in I can, dance or whatever. But
yeah,
there's parts of creativity that I bring with my personality, with my ability to connect, with my ability to translate. That's a creativity that's kind of like a soft skill. It's not a tangible Suha can paint the Mona
right.
Lisa, because believe me, I cannot. I am not an artist in any shape, way or form,
Yeah,
but I'm an artist when it comes to the things that I can do and only I can do.
that's right. And you are fabulous. And with
Oh,
that, you guys, thank you for watching another episode of Amplify. Please connect with Suha. And if you have any questions regarding, technology and what she can do to help you with your company, please reach out to her. She is a blessing. Thank you for
thank you.
watching.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.